Hello everyone, how are you? Yeah, it's sort of starting to go cold here a bit. It's been sort of quite mild the last few days, but it's starting to go a bit cold now. I think we've been forecast some snow and whatnot, but that's February for you anyway. So yeah, let's get to the point. So I recently picked up this it's an EHX Super Ego pedal. What does it do? Well, it does several things. I mean, on its auto setting, it does sort of weird shoegazy things, which I'm going to talk about another day. So maybe this is like part one of two or three, I don't know. But if you put it on the latch setting, like here, I mean, if you're like using it live, you put it in the middle, then you use this button just to latch. Like you hold that button down, and it will hold the chord. So it's a little bit like a looper, but not really. But if you put it on the latch setting here, press the button down, it will hold that chord indefinitely. And you can adjust the dry and the effect level. So you crank the dry level up, roll the effect down a bit, and it just means you can get sort of those, you know, like that sort of Dave Gilmour, you know, like Shine on Crazy Diamond type thing, or Mark Knopfler, you know, doing Brothers in Arms, you know, where you just got laying down one chord and you're just jamming the hell out of it, basically. And why is that good? Well, what that means is that if you put a chord down, you can actually practice your modes and your soloing by going off different intervals or different extensions of the chord, without having to guess at it. So, or without sort of like using a looper pedal, but hoping that the repeat is in the right place. Because all you're doing, you're just holding down that one chord. So, best if I just show you actually what it does. So. Right, get that plugged in. Okay, so using the katana tonight with just a bit of reverb. Yep, nice clean jazzy tone. Now, what you say? We just play like just a straightforward A minor chord, yeah. Like that. So that's latched in there. It's going to play A minor until I tell it to stop. So all that means is that now I could just jam over the top of that. Bring the effect up a bit more. And then I just have to start by just flicking the latch switch and it'll stop. Yeah? There's a little tail back on it. I mean, you can actually control the tails as well, which is it's really useful, but you see how effective that can be. So like I was saying, why is it important? Well, say I'm playing my A minor chord like that, and I just want to practice the best way of like soloing over A minor without sounding cliched. Now there's this famous quote by Herbie Hancock. I mean, I'll post a clip to it below, but it goes back to, like, you know, the days when Herbie Hancock used to play in Miles Davis's band, and he was sort of like he was feeling all these solos were starting to sound a bit bland and a bit cliche and a bit boring, and then Miles just came over to him and says, "Stop playing the butter notes." And he was going, "What is he talking about?" He just didn't understand it. And then he knew Miles must have meant something. So the more he thought about it, he thought, well, butter, you know, meaning like the fat, you know, like you want to cut down on, like, you know, like the fat intake in your diet or whatever it is. But then he thought, oh well, you see, like most sort of bebop players and jazz players, they're taught that like the third and the seven are like the most important notes of the chord, because they tell you what type of chord it is. But what about the other notes? You know, it's like the 9, the 11, the 13. What are we doing with those? You know, and what if we don't have any third in the chord at all? You know, like it goes, you know, those you know, like, I mean, the second and the 9. If you got the third in I think the rule is, if you got the third in the chord, the second is the same as the 9, the 11 is the same as, sorry, the 4th is the same as the 11, and the 13 is the same as the 6th. And that covers basically like all 7 notes of that chord. So if you play if you go back to playing that A minor again, and you just want to start just practicing on the minor modes, so you know, the Aeolian, the Dorian, the Phrygian, and then the melodic minor, the harmonic minor, Phrygian dominant, and so on and so on. Then we can actually start thinking, you know, in those terms as well. So if I just so if you've got that A minor down again. Now the cliche would be to start on either the third, which is so the root is A. So the third is a minor third, which is C. So I'm playing, if I'm playing A minor and I start soloing on, or the 7, which would be a G, wouldn't it? Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those are the cliches, the C and the G. They would be the butter notes. So what about the 4th? What's the 4th? Well, so that would be a D, wouldn't it? Now if we're playing over A minor, like the D, that's like playing like a D Dorian over A minor. Yeah, so that's be the 4th. What about the 6th? The 6th would be F. Try not to hit bum notes like I did, but okay, so that was the 6th. We haven't looked at the 2nd or the like the 9 yet. So like the 2nd would be B. playing Locrian mode over A minor. Now that's half diminished. So how about if we just play like full diminished? So we're not actually playing the 7, the G. We're playing playing G sharp. Or the because it starts going a bit weird, but technically it sort of kind of fits. We can look at, say, like the harmonic minor. Yeah, melodic minor. Yeah, and then so you see how you start to, you'll find some things which are sort of like, they're out there. So they're either out there because they sound wrong, or they're out there because they're technically right, but they're just weird. Or you'll find like you'll find those blue notes where it's like, yeah. So we're just gonna take that off there for now. But so yeah. So basically, what you can do is that, you know, if you get one of these Super Ego pedals, you just put a chord down, and then just practice those modes over it and see what works and what doesn't. If it doesn't work, then figure out what's not working about it. Where's the clash coming? Is it because you don't know the scale positions yet, or is it because it's sort of like there's something which you're not quite used to yet, or you know, maybe it's a passing tone, and it's, you know, it's just a really good way of actually just learning what those intervals are, finding what works and what doesn't. And what was going to say, I almost lost track of what I was about to say then. It's, you know, you could just randomly improvise things, or if you're starting to get like visions of like sort of say Spanish or Indian music, then start listening to some Indian music. You know, what is it about those haunting Spanish, you know, those canteando, you know, like the roots of the flamenco and things like that. You know, what is it about those songs which are so moving? You know, why are they so powerful? You know, and you start to break them down into you know, the basic, like the rudiments of, you know, like where the intervals are, and they're either working with the chord or clashing against it. You know, it's you know, it's a really interesting experiment. So I think that's all I want to talk about for tonight. I mean, I'm going to return to this Super Ego pedal because there is a lot more you can actually do with it. But for the time being, I'm just using it as like this practice tool where you just put a chord down and just jam over the top of it. And It's a lot more fun that way. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you next time.